Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will come out first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays. And then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barney. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds it. It's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna look downfield again. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. On the ground. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The running game's been thrown in reverse. Would they dare try to run? Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and the ball squirted out. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Wildcats. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming in.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska!
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Covey. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Dropping back, it's Stone. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw on that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
And the Wildcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barney. Breaks free. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This should be the last play of the quarter. Going with the counter play here. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give to the back. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking for a man. It's Stoll. Makes the grab on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. Makes his man miss. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gonna run it. It's Porter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Slings it downfield. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. 3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Northwestern. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Akron. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Soft spot in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented. But you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Just a really nice Nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Bunch formation for these receivers. The inside handoff. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another one. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Northwestern coming to the line with another 1st down. The give on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The lone back's got it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Northwestern!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give from the gun. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
Well, they do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. To the ground with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. The Huskers get it past the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Handoff from the gun. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. To the air, it's Stone. Quickly to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Huskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Stone. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, that field shrinks. You've got to have the big boys down here that you can just throw it up to. Let them make plays. Make it look like run. All the big boys on the field. Slip that tight end out. Find him. They'll do the rest.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Barney. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset a bit.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Big guy smells it, and he's gonna score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They've got to start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Porter. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Stone. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense. Give
to the running back. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Barney. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. And the Huskers look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here.
Touchdown, Nebraska! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 16 over Michigan. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Stone. Get it out on the screen. On the move at the 30. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Got his man, and he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
To the air on 2nd down. Working the middle, it's complete. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Albright. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the move, it's Ives. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's got it again. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. And it's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll leave it with him. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Steps away to find some room. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And he can get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Grabbed behind the line, it's Porter. And he ends up taking a safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. After giving up a score in that last possession, you just feel the sense of urgency now. It's really, really high, David. This offense, they've got to answer.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's okay because I still got the lead. Now I just go out and execute, give it to my leaders, let them do their thing.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation...
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Huskers enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Looking for a crease. It's Ives.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got him downfield. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.